Today on DNVR Buffs Live, Tiersday is back.
Let's go.
And maybe better than ever. Today we are doing Big 12 Heisman candidates and a little fill in the blank too.
No fill in the blank today.
Fill in the blank. All right, what can I say? Let's do it. Let's go.
Moment of silence for Scotty P.
He's still alive.
He is still alive, actually. He's thriving, to be quite frank. But we miss him today.
We do miss. We always miss Scotty when he's not here.
Facts. Welcome into the DNVR studio. Today on the show, it's a OG show. What's up, man?
Not much, man. Just enjoying a little fridge sig here.
Congrats.
Got a workout in this morning.
Nice.
Feeling good.
Hell yeah.
How about you?
I feel great. We're about a week away until we're like actually covering media potentially in Boulder.
Yeah, Broncos training camp starts today.
Let's go.
Unofficially starts today.
The Super Bowl run starts now.
Let's go. We'll always remember this day.
We will.
First step.
We will. When they tell the story, they'll look back on this day as a pivotal day in NFL and Denver Broncos history.
Yep.
All right. Today on the show, actually quite a bit of stuff to talk about. We will talk about Rhett Lashley, talking about the SEC, calling him out really. More on the Memphis bid to join the Big 12. Big Ten Commissioner Tony Petitti on the new CFP format. A little bit of recruiting. Will Sheppard to the Packers. But yes, the Heisman tiers list. That's amazing, Kiggs.
Kiggs going to Belgium for the F1 race. I've actually been to Belgium.
Really?
Yes, one of the few European countries I've been to, and Belgium was sick.
I want to go to Europe for a F1 race so bad, and Belgium is number one.
What city in Belgium is it in?
I cannot tell you. I can tell you the name of the track.
What's the name of the track?
Spa-Francorchamps.
Maybe it's in Francorchamps.
Maybe. I don't know. Oh, we just saw it. Stavelot.
Not one of the places I visited.
No.
I visited Brussels and Bruges. Bruges was probably the sickest place I've ever been to.
Really?
Yeah. Also, I like this thread here from S3AN. Goes, been waiting for this all day. Wait, no Scotty? Scotty just ruined his day by not being here.
He's taking a well-deserved break. We are talking football. Come on. All right. Let's start with this tier list.
Sure.
We have, I think it's 12 players on this. Not every team has a representative, and Colorado is 2 because of the quarterbacks.
Yes. Weirdest part about making this list is how last year there was a lot of diversity in the positions.
Yeah.
And there is next to none. We actually had to force in a little bit of positional diversity in this year's Big 12. Now, it's good for the conference because quarterbacks sell and running backs really don't. And Travis Hunter sells.
Right.
But he's one of one. But it was weird to be like last year. It's like Ollie Gordon, Taj Boyd, Giddens.
Yeah.
DJ Giddens.
DJ Giddens.
Devin Neal.
Yep.
The list goes on.
I mean, I think we had maybe 20 players.
Yeah.
So
Shedeur Sanders, Travis Hunter, like it went on, but last year was like very few quarterbacks. This year we basically just threw in all the quarterbacks, even though a lot of them are going to be low on the tier list.
Yeah.
It's very different makeup of the conference.
It is. Big 12 is kind of the conference of quarterbacks this year. Let's just start with the first guy. You guys ready? First guy is Avery Johnson.
I'm glad Scotty's not here. No, I'll be fair here. I think that he's an A tier Heisman candidate.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I don't know if there's S tier Heisman candidates in this conference.
So, I mean, and I was going to say this. Obviously, some odds are out. We're not going to, I don't think we'll go straight by the odds.
Yeah.
But the Big 12 has some good representation here, and there is obviously one guy above the rest. So,
yes,
Yeah.
but he's not an S tier Heisman candidate to me.
I love it.
So we might have 0 S tiers.
That's fine.
Okay.
We'll get into it. Or maybe we do it in the context of the Big 12, like who is the best Heisman contender in the
Okay.
conference?
Well, then Avery's got a case. But
He does.
Let's go through this. And the reason, let me just say this, because I was an Avery Johnson denier.
Sure.
I'm not going to say I was a hater. Last year, a non-believer, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
I'm higher on him this year. Obviously, just a year older, a year more experienced. We obviously saw him make some pretty special plays against Colorado.
Yeah.
But this is the big thing for me is that I really like Kansas State.
Mm-hmm.
And as we know, we had to fight it all year last year with Travis. Oftentimes, the Heisman Trophy goes to a quarterback on a really good team.
Yep.
And in this case, Avery, I think, has a chance to be the quarterback of a really, really good team.
Mm-hmm.
So that boosts his status, in my opinion. Not to mention, if he does burst onto the scene and start having some really big games, the media will just love him. They will obsess over him.
I mean, so last year only completed 58% of his passes for 2,712 yards, but 25-10 touchdown to interception. Also had 600 yards on the ground and added 7 rushing touchdowns. So that's 32-10. I don't have his fumbles, but he's around 2-1 turnover to intercept or touchdown to turnover ratio.
Yeah. He's going to have to throw for a lot more yards than that.
Yes.
So I like him in the A tier.
I agree. I do think there's better contenders in this conference, but he's up there. And if they go on a run, yeah, you're going to hear his name, especially if he starts running around like crazy. We'll put him A tier for Avery Johnson, the first guy.
Arch Manning, what a joke.
Next guy on the list is Rocco Becht.
Your screen's right here.
It's so small, though. I have to that's Iowa State. Yeah, it's Rocco Becht.
Rocco Becht gets a boost for being a quarterback of a potentially good team. I'm not very high on Iowa State. Some others are. Highest I'd be willing to go here is B tier.
So with the stats, he was actually outperformed Avery last year. 59% completion, 3,500 yards, 25 touchdowns to 9 interceptions. And he also added 8 rushing touchdowns. Only 300 yards on the ground, though. So that puts him at 32-9. That is better than Avery. Devin Gardner, when we spoke to him at Big 12 Media Day, loved Iowa State. Clearly loved that program. Matt Campbell, Rocco Becht. I think they're going to be tough again. I don't know if they'll be the class of the Big 12, and whatever Rocco Becht's Heisman chances are going to suffer because of that.
So Keith says Iowa State's quarterback is better than Avery Johnson. He definitely was last year. We'll see this year. I think that Kansas State has a better football team. I think that Avery's going to take a step forward. But as I said, it's all about marketability. The Heisman Trophy is as much of a campaign as it is a competition of merit. And a lot of the winners absolutely deserve it. A lot of times it's just like, well, this guy was kind of he took the nation by storm.
A darling, if you will.
Yes, exactly. And what Travis did last year is nothing we've ever seen.
Yeah.
But I think that if Travis Hunter played for Iowa State, he wouldn't have won the Heisman.
Probably. I mean, it's true. I think Kansas State is a bigger brand than Iowa State right now. Do you think if Iowa State was like purple and had a cooler logo that maybe they'd be
Yes.
in the conversation?
I mean, ketchup and mustard isn't doing anything for anyone.
That's facts. B tier then?
Yeah, I'll put him in the B.
Iowa State is going to be good, but they are replacing 2 NFL receivers. Chase Sewell's with them, and I think they got another one, so they did kind of replace that talent, but yeah, it's going to be tough. Next, this might be it's Devin Dampier.
Go ahead.
Look, man, he's going to be the best runner in this conference at quarterback, I think. Even over Avery. Probably over Kaidon. Because the other thing with Utah, they brought, I think his name is something Beck, Jason Beck, the offensive coordinator at New Mexico, followed Dampier to Utah. So he's going to know exactly how to use him.
Yep.
And he's going to run around. Joel Klatt actually had Utah in one of his 5 teams that he's buying stock in for this year. Just really citing Dampier and Kyle Whittingham. He's an insane athlete, honestly. I think he's a better thrower of the football than many people would say. And he's just gonna run for a ton of yards.
Put a tier on it.
I think he's S tier.
No,
I think he's S tier.
No, dude.
Why?
Utah is not going to be good enough for him to be in the S tier.
I think they will be.
I know, and this is where we disconnect. He's not in the S tier. I won't allow it.
Wow. All right. I mean, A tier is pretty bad or pretty good still.
Yeah. I'll allow the A tier, even though I think that Utah is a 6-win football team.
I think they're going to win like 9 games, bro.
Okay. We shall see.
Okay.
We shall see. And it's not Dampier that I think Dampier's sick, to be honest. I was like his biggest fan last year, especially in the games where New Mexico went up against Big 12 teams, which I think happened. Well, they played Arizona.
Yeah.
So we're definitely rooting hard for
They
him.
lost that game, though.
And then they beat... Maybe they played Boise State close. I was rooting for them in that game. So I like him, but I just don't believe in Utah.
That's fair. He is 50-1 to win the Heisman, from the latest group of odds from Circa that we've got. So
okay.
Next on the list, Jalen Daniels. I have nothing to say.
I want to hear what tier.
F.
Okay. All right. I would probably go C tier, but I used my veto on Dampier, so you can use your veto on me if you want.
I'm going to use it here. He should not even be included in this, honestly. But
what's his odds?
100-1.
He's on the list.
He is on the list. He's tied with Haynes King.
Wow, the disrespect for Haynes King.
Yeah.
Or the overrating of Jalen Daniels. I'm not as low on Jalen as everyone else, but I'm not going to fight for someone to be ranked higher unless they wear black and gold.
I mean, some are saying that Haynes King might be the toughest quarterback CU's played against in the Coach Prime era.
I saw someone say that. All right. Yeah. What are we talking about here?
Let's take
they've gone up against the last 2 number 1 overall picks.
I know. Yeah. And Caleb Williams, or not just Caleb Williams, Cam Moore, but Bo Nix.
Yep.
Michael Penix that season.
No, they didn't get Penix.
Oh, they didn't, right. The 22 team did play Michael Penix.
Yes, but that wasn't Coach Prime.
Yes.
There's one more first round pick, I think. Maybe not.
I can't remember. All right, let's take our first break.
DJU, not a first round pick.
No. Shout out to Coors Light. It was a beautiful day this morning, nice and cloudy. It got hot out here in Colorado shortly thereafter, but it's always a great day to crush a Coors Light, whether you're hanging out with us at the DNVR bar, watching some baseball right now. We are getting close to camp. What are we, like 2 weeks away from the Hall of Fame game, probably?
A little more, I would say.
2-3 weeks. Either way, football season's around the corner. Be ready with all your Coors Lights for the season. Make the most out of times you choose to chill. Choose Coors Light. Get it delivered straight to your door. when you visit CoorsLight.com/DNVR. Celebrate responsibly. Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado beer.
Also, shout out to our friends over at FanStake, where Colorado is currently ranked 5th in terms of the best fans in the country. And I don't know about you guys. I won't settle for that. I will not settle for 5th. So here's what you got to do. You just got to go over to FanStake and sign up and get $25 for free. Again, you don't even have to put your credit card in. It's the first time I've ever seen that.
Yeah.
Where you get an offer without having to put your credit card in. Of course, it's always like, we'll give you a 7-day free trial, but once you forget about it, we're going to charge you. This is, you don't even have to put a credit card in. You just have to make an account and you will get $25 free. So when I say I need us to be better than 5th, that just means everyone that's listening to this show needs to go sign up for an account and just put their $25 on someone. Let's just say Quentin Gibson to stay a Colorado Buffalo. And the best part about FanStake is it's risk-free. You stake a player. Let's say you wanted to stake, I don't know, Sedarian Morgan to flip from Alabama to Colorado. If he stays with Alabama, you just get your money back. If he goes to Colorado, he has the opportunity to sign an NIL deal with FanStake and cash in all that money. It's a really cool new way to kind of usher in the new era of college football. So get over to FanStake, scan the QR code, or head to fanstake.com and use the promo code DNVR to get us up higher in those rankings.
Yes, sir. Shout out Coors Light. Shout out FanStake. All right. Happy Tiersday. Once again, ranking the Big 12 Heisman contenders on the tier list. Next up is Noah Fafita, which, 2 years ago, it'd be no-brainer.
Last year, he probably would have been in the A or S tier.
Yeah. They definitely do not have T-Mac on the roster.
Nope.
They've lost quite a bit. They did rebuild the wide receiving core. They got Luke Wysong from New Mexico.
Yep.
He was a good player.
One of the craziest things that happened in Arizona this last year is the hate for Dino Babers.
Yeah.
Like,
trying to run him out.
I've always had a lot of respect for Dino Babers. I liked what he did as the head coach of Syracuse. I've always enjoyed his offenses. I thought he was a smart guy. You talk to someone at Arizona, they act like Dino Babers came from the underworld to ruin their football team. It's insane.
Yeah.
And so they just think that they've got it all figured out by changing offensive coordinator. The magic ingredient was Jedd Fisch. As much as they want to hate him, as much as, he turned his back on them, and that always sucks. Trust me, I've been there. He was the magic ingredient. I don't think they're just going to fix it with a new offensive coordinator. He's literally a quarterback guy. He's a quarterback whisperer.
Yeah.
It's how he made his career. Noah Fafita is B tier for me.
Shoot, I think that's being generous.
Okay.
I just don't think the team around him is going to help too much. Like,
you're right. They're going to lose 9 games. They have no chance. C tier, at best.
I mean, honestly, his talent is great. Like, he's someone. It's always funny in the new NCAA game. He always transfers out for like a senior year, like a graduate year, like in 26 or whatever. But yeah, what's going on in Arizona is sheesh. I think that's the distance between what Jedd Fisch brought and what they have now is going to be even more apparent this year, because I think Washington's going to be pretty solid. Scotty's big on Washington too this year.
Did either Avery or Dampier throw 12 touchdowns and 12 interceptions last year?
No.
Okay.
I mean, maybe Dampier did.
That would be crazy.
Well, his running stats are otherworldly though. So last year at New Mexico, 12-12.
Oh my God, bro. You guys got to chill.
But on only 155 rushing attempts with sacks, 1,166 yards, and 19 touchdowns.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Maybe we do have a running back on this list.
It wouldn't be the first Heisman quarterback / running back to win one.
Wow, great call out, Reed. I can't believe these guys are glazing this guy who can't even throw the ball.
Please. He was at New Mexico, bro.
12 touchdowns and 12 interceptions is abysmal.
I mean, that wasn't his calling card though.
I know. You throw in 19 rushing touchdowns though, and that makes that 31-12?
Yeah.
Although I needed the fumbles if we're doing that too. Anyways, that's crazy. Fair call out. All right, who we got next?
Josh Hoover at TCU. Scotty's pick for Big 12 first team preseason. And I mean, his reasoning might actually fit this list, what we're looking for, because TCU is going to throw the hell out of the football. And Josh Hoover is going to put up numbers. Last year, He had 66% completion, damn near 4,000 yards passing, 27 to 11 touchdowns to interceptions. He did add 4 touchdowns on the ground as well. Not a big runner.
How many yards did he throw for last year?
39-49.
He's going to throw for 4,400 this year. He's A tier for me.
They have a receiver too. I have a TCU dynasty going on because we're doing a Big 12 one. I already have a Colorado team, so I had to pick another Big 12 team.
Didn't they get who'd they get? Who's their guy that they got to replace Jack Beck?
Eric McAllister is his name, and he is a monster in the game.
Okay.
It's crazy.
I think they're going to be better than Utah. So for me, he has a better chance. But if we're going based off chances to win the Heisman, which I think we're doing, I'm going to have a hard time putting someone in the S tier. There's no way they're giving the Heisman to the Big 12 2 years in a row.
That's the interesting thing too. This would be two in a row for the Big 12 if one of these quarterbacks are one of the 2 players who are non-quarterbacks on this list, I guess, if they have something to say. But I don't know, man. He's close to S tier. I'll throw him in the A tier though.
Okay.
We're putting him in A. Next is the Buffs.
Okay.
And this is just alphabetical order. I don't want anyone to read into this to get mad, but Julian Lewis.
I think that if you're a star player on Colorado, you're an A tier Heisman candidate. We saw Dylan Edwards' name get thrown into the Heisman race after one game.
The glorified September Heisman race.
Yes. Jimmy Horn was being mentioned because he had 2 touchdowns and over 100 yards in that game.
And
I think
DSU?
1 touchdown. No.
And TCU?
TCU. So to me, this is just like both guys go into A tier, and whoever wins, if someone wins the competition outright, then I think they have a chance to jump into the S tier. People aren't going to like this, but it's just my honest opinion. I don't know if either guy is going to dominate the snaps enough to be in S tier or maybe even A tier, and that's okay, in my opinion. Like, both quarterbacks are going to play, as I've said a million times, and because of that, it's going to make it hard for one to win the Heisman. Now, if one of the 2 goes out there and just starts playing perfect games, well, yeah, they're not going to be able to put him on the bench for the other guy, and then we're having a whole different conversation about Colorado probably being a national championship contender and having a leading Heisman contender. But this is a hard one for me to go. I just say, like, the quarterback is going in there. David Rich says they don't give Heisman trophies to freshmen.
He's right.
It's very rare. I've said it a million times. Julian Lewis is not your average freshman.
That is true too, though. I think what you said about, like, we kind of saw it last year, right? Until the Baylor game, it was like Shedeur and Travis, like, they're going to hurt each other's Heisman cases more than help because they're kind of going against each other, right?
Yep.
And it's the same thing with these quarterbacks. You add the freshman angle in here. I mean, it's Johnny Manziel and Jameis Winston. Those are the freshmen, and it was 2 years in a row, 12 and 13. That's it. So I don't know, like, Julian's going to be great. It's just he's not a Heisman contender this year, I don't think.
Okay, so where would you put him?
I'd say B tier.
Okay. And you're putting Kaidon in A?
A or S?
See, this is the thing. Like, the chat, it's never happened. We just told you it did.
Yeah, it happened twice.
And yes, you think we're stuck on the QB system? Go listen to Coach Prime last week. Go listen to Rick George last week.
Yep.
We know what we're talking about. I'd be fine with Kaidon A, Juju B.
Okay.
Because of the rarity of a freshman winning it.
Kaidon does have...
I'm just telling you, Juju wins the starting job and goes out and balls in the first 2 weeks, you can throw all that freshman shit out the door.
I mean, you're absolutely right. I'm not trying to argue against it. It's just...
No, I understand, but it just goes out the door.
Jordan says they were redshirt freshmen as well. That I do not know. Maybe.
It
doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Kaidon Salter does have 60-1 odds to win the Heisman, and I do think his legs kind of just give him a little bit extra Not that Julian can't run, but that Kaidon's going to kind of have, even if he loses the quarterback competition, he's going to have like multiple packages, personnel sets built out for him, plays installed for him, take advantage of what he does well, and that's run.
Yeah. Like I said, the Heisman is a marketing play as much as it is, a stats competition or whatever you want to call it. It's one of these guys would have to win it pretty much at least by week 2.
Yeah.
Be the full-time, every snap starter, I think, to be able to get the necessary momentum.
Mm-hmm. So we'll put Kaidon to A tier. Is that right?
Sure. I'm not putting anyone in S.
Next to Sam Leavitt.
Exactly.
He is
I know he's next.
The leader in the odds of Big 12 players to win the Heisman. He's got 35-1 odds. That puts him just below Bryce Underwood, John Mateer at Oklahoma, and Carson Beck.
Yeah, he has no business being that high. He's not S tier in my opinion. He probably is the most overrated player in the country in my opinion.
He's up there for me. He did. I gotta say, he did impress me last year at times, mostly with his legs, honestly, and like improvisational ability. Things are gonna be different though when you don't have a true bell cow to turn around and hand the rock to 25, 30 plus, throw a pass for you even in the game. Things are gonna be different. So yeah, best I can do is probably A. Like I do think this is a decent team, but I do think they have fraud potential as well.
Yeah, he's in the A for me.
What do you think? How many games do you think ASU wins this year?
8.
I'm around that as well. Like good year, but like disappointing from what the standards are right now.
Yeah, I was talking to some ASU people at Big 12 Media Days, and I said, what does a successful season look like for ASU this year? And they said anything short of the Big 12 championship is a disappointment. And I literally said, you're setting yourself up for disappointment. That's, obviously the team should be thinking that way.
Sure, of course.
But for the fans to put those expectations on the team, Big 12 championship or bust, you're just setting yourself up for failure. And as I told them, I was like, you're telling me if there's a 6-way tie for first place or even a 4-way tie for first place and you miss out on the Big 12 championship on tiebreakers, you're going to call it a disappointment? Like,
right.
There's way too much. It's way too fickle the way that the current conferences are set up for me to set that expectations that high. If I were them, I would set the expectations at 8 wins.
And especially when you look at this conference and how much parity is in this conference, right? Like when we did our poll, there's a clear break around, I think, 8 and 9. Literally half the conference, I think, has a chance to win the entire, take home the trophy in Dallas this year. And this is just what fans do. You win it the year before, it's always, we're always going to win it. Like, it's not even going to be close. Like, You have that belief, but you got to be, with this conference, nothing is guaranteed at all.
No. Alex says 8 with how many starters they bring back is crazy. I just only care about one of them.
I mean, yeah, they're going to have to go under a philosophical shift.
Cam Scattaboo was everything to them.
Mm-hmm.
Everything. They relied on him for pass catching, for running, for throwing sometimes, all the way down to even punting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They had him doing everything. He was the team, and he was incredible and so fun to watch. And I loved the run.
Yeah.
He's gone. Sam Leavitt doesn't look the same when your safeties don't have to be down in the box.
Mm-hmm.
Jordan Tyson doesn't look the same when you don't have to have your safeties down in the box. I think those guys are going to have exciting seasons. I think Jordan Tyson could have 1,000 yards receiving again and go crazy. But this team is not the same without their workhorse, who everything was built on.
Yeah, I'm with you. All right, we got 5 guys left, but we will be taking our next break. It is, I've named it football season officially, right?
Yeah.
multiple times. We are a week away from camp. It's time to hit up Game Time and just set your plans for the season, get your tickets for the Buffs, for the NFL. And if you're looking that far ahead, you can look at Big 12 championship stuff in Dallas.
Let's go.
But yeah, shout out to Game Time. They've been with us for a minute, and they've been great partners with us. We have World Cup games this summer. Is it qualifiers?
Next summer, yeah.
Well, you can still look for those as well over on Game Time. NBA tickets, NHL concerts, events, whatever's going on in your city, hit up our friends over at Game Time. And take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, use code BUFFS, BUFFS, for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account, redeem code BUFFS, BUFFS, for $20 off. Download the Game Time app today. Last minute tickets, lowest price guaranteed. What time is it?
Game time?
Yes, sir.
Also, shout out to Cake Mortgage.
Cake.
Last time I was looking into getting a mortgage, I had this job, and then I also was working a little side gig, which was paying me very well at the time. And I looked into getting a mortgage, and they're like, okay, well, what's your salary? I told them that. And then I was like, and I also have this. And they're just like, oh, yeah, that doesn't count. It's like, what? Like, I could show you like the pay stubs from it from the last 8, 12, however many months you need. They're like, yeah, just unless it's that W-2 income, it just doesn't hit. Well, Cake Mortgage has solved that problem. They believe in entrepreneurs. They believe in the people with side hustles that are paying well. They want you to be able to use all of the money that you have coming in. And I think it's an incredible service that they are providing, helping the people who have different types of income get a mortgage, get a house, get whatever you need. So if you're in that group, get over to Cake Mortgage. Go to cakehome.com today for some of the sweetest deals available anywhere. It's a piece of cake.
It is a piece
over
of
at
cake.
Cake Mortgage. Cake Mortgage Corp, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS number 1734623. Licensed in Colorado by the Division of Real Estate. Terms and conditions apply.
Shout out Game Time. Shout out Cake. What did I say?
I don't
know either. Next on the list, Baron Morton and the mighty Texas Tech Red Raiders, or some would say, coming into the season.
Yeah.
Their schedule, I will say this, their schedule, I think we talked about it. They have the easiest Big 12 schedule, and their non-conference is a joke. Like, they almost have to win 10 games.
Texas Tech doesn't win 10 games.
Yeah.
And it's not like you could have an easy Big 12 schedule. It's just not, doesn't matter.
I mean, we've seen
Big 12 is going to be a mess.
Yeah, West Virginia will pull off an upset. Cincinnati will do the same.
Freaking Houston beat Kansas State.
Yep.
Houston beat Kansas State.
Mm-hmm.
They're not winning 10 games. And Baron Morton is no Heisman candidate of mine. I want to say he's C tier.
So, look, he did put up numbers last year. 63% completion, 3,300 passing yards, 27-8 touchdowns to interceptions. He only had one rushing touchdown, though, so that's 28-8. I mean, they brought in a ton of transfers at wide receiver. They don't have Taj Brooks. Still have to find an answer at running back, but they got damn near whoever they wanted on the offensive line, too. Colorado does not play Tech this year.
Do you remember that game against Texas Tech, though? Mm-hmm. Like, even when he had a clean pocket, Morton was just inaccurate.
He didn't scare me at all.
No, not at all. I can't. I certainly can't put him above B tier.
I don't even know if I'd put him in B tier.
Yeah, okay. That's what I'm saying. I said C.
Yeah, put him in C tier.
Okay.
Next, shoot, man. Sawyer Robertson. Some would say the best quarterback in the conference. We saw he balled out against Colorado, honestly. He did all he could in that game, frankly.
Yeah, he was sick.
Yeah.
I think we were the first ones to get an up-close look at him, and we were like, that guy's good.
Yeah.
We were like, Baylor's kind of scary, and I think, was it the next week? Must have been the next week that Colorado played UCF. Does that line up correctly?
Yeah, that sounds right. Yep.
And Baylor pushed someone to the wire in that game. It might have been BYU. I think it was.
I'm pulling up their schedule right now. Let's see. They played BYU.
Yep.
28-34 loss.
Yeah, I remember thinking like Sawyer Robertson is going to kind of catch them by surprise too, and that he led a comeback, I believe, at the end to give them a chance. But this dude's nice, and he's gonna be. They're gonna love him in the NFL circles.
Oh yeah. 6'4", rocket arm, can also kind of run.
But I still feel that Baylor's not going to be able to win enough games to get him in the S tier, so he's A tier for me.
I mean, I really like Sawyer Robertson, but yeah, A tier. I mean, Baylor would seriously have to go on. What was that year? Like 2012 when they had Bryce Petty and they made a BCS game, like the Peach Bowl or something, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like that's the type of year, maybe even more. They'd have to, I think, make a little run in the CFP for him to, I guess, really get the respect. But that's after the Heisman anyway. So.
Yeah, they'd have to win the conference, maybe with 1 loss, 2 losses. RG3 did it though. I think he did it.
He did, yeah.
3 losses. I think they went 9-3.
I think so, yeah. I think they played in the Alamo Bowl that year.
So it could be done. Sawyer Robertson is really good. I'm a fan of Dave Aranda.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's a really good coach. So I think they're going to be a solid football team, but an 8-4 football team. And quarterbacks don't win the Heisman often on 8-4 teams.
Yep. Next is Brennan Sorsby. Last year at Cincinnati, 64% completion, 2,800 yards, 18 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. Also added 447 rushing yards and 9 touchdowns on the ground, though. So that puts him at 27-7. That's actually pretty solid.
It's C or F.
Since he just doesn't, they're not going to win enough games. They don't have the talent. I'll put him, he's C tier.
Who you're having Sorsby start a game for you over Jalen Daniels?
Yes.
Okay. C tier it is.
Yes. But you're not?
Probably not.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Next is Connor Wegman at Houston. I think Houston is going to be an improved team. I don't know if they're going to win the Big 12.
No.
But I think if they're going to make a little noise in this conference, maybe win 6, 7, 8 games, it's because Connor Wegman's balling out a bit. He did have a rough season. I think he got hurt at A&M last year. And he's just never really caught on.
Give me like his peak. What are we hanging our hat on here in his career?
So he did play well as a freshman, had a big game against Ole Miss in 2022. He had a big game. That's New Mexico. He had a solid game against Mizzou last year, although he really didn't have to do much, but the stats look pretty. That's kind of it.
C tier.
I wasn't going to fight you if you said F, honestly. Put him in C tier. I think this is the only quarterback on the list.
Unless you count Devin Dampier.
I'm not counting Devin Dampier. It's Jaheim White, the running back at West Virginia.
Yeah, I don't know. We put him in there because I'm a big fan of his. He hasn't. What do you have? 700 yards or something last year?
845 with 7 touchdowns. Did average 5.7 yards per carry. I think he may have split the backfield though.
Yeah, he had another guy in there working with him. I think he's the best running back in the conference.
I think he is.
C tier.
Yeah. West Virginia doesn't have it. And but if they are going to make noise, it's going to be their running game.
Are we being unfair to Jalen Daniels as the only player in the F tier?
I was surprised you didn't say Wegman for F tier, if I'm being honest.
Throw Wegman in there. What's he doing?
Connor Wegman
he hasn't done anything. Actually, he's gone backwards from when he came out.
Literally, he transferred down technically.
Yes. So we'll put Wegman in F tier.
15 in C tier goes to F tier. No one in S tier though. You're sticking with this.
There is no S tier Heisman candidates in this conference, in my opinion. The one that I would listen to is Kaidon Salter. If you tell me Kaidon Salter becomes the full-time starter,
yeah,
which I've been steadfast in my belief that that's not going to happen. And I think you and Scotty both left Big 12 Media Days on that train as well. Is that fair to say?
I think, yeah, both are going to play. Like, and if you ask me to pick right now, I don't even know. Like, I could tell you who I think would do it, but I can't tell you how this is going to work out at all. I have no idea.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, we're a week away from seeing it. I think that I'm already hating the discourse here. So just a reminder that you don't have to put anyone down to raise someone else up. And
yes,
I know that that's going to be violated as we get into this quarterback competition. I'm obviously super high on Juju. I won't.
As is, all of us are.
Yes. I won't have any hard feelings, any sad feelings, anything if Juju or if Kaidon Salter wins the competition outright and is the unquestioned starter for all 12 games. Mm-hmm. That just tells me that Kaidon Salter is really sick.
Yeah.
And that's the best thing for the Colorado Buffaloes.
Sure.
I think that in 2025, there's a lot at play when it comes to a quarterback competition, when it comes to two high caliber quarterbacks being on your roster. And I also think that these two have such complementing skill sets that there's room for both of them to play. And I think that that's the vibe that I'm getting from the coaching staff as well. So we'll see. That makes it hard to win a Heisman, obviously, if you're not the full-time quarterback. But it could end up being the best thing for the team.
Every single CU fan, Coach Prime fan would sign up for no Heisman contenders if it meant that both are balling out and you 10 wins.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, for sure.
So there's the list. A few more things to talk about today. First, we touched on it right at the end of the show yesterday, but Will Sheppard to the Packers. I think this is a good spot for him. I mean, they do have some guys. They just drafted Golden. Jaden Reed has really kind of blown up over the last couple years. But this is a team who's really tried to take shots on a lot of wide receivers over the last 3-4 seasons, probably even more than that, towards the end of Aaron Rodgers' career. They got Romeo Doubs still. They did draft Savion Williams out of TCU, but Christian Watson's there. Dontavian Wicks is there. McCole Hardman, that's where he ended up. But I think this is a room, especially with Will Sheppard's skill set. He can carve out a role here. I mean, like Savion Williams, he's a big receiver. Like I think maybe to the untrained eye, people would see him and look at the draft position and look at Will Sheppard and go, oh yeah, Savion Williams is going to play over him. But it's like, he's such a different player. Like he's Cordell Patterson, basically. Whereas Will Sheppard is a true wide receiver, you know? Totally.
I love it for him. I would have obviously loved to see him on the Broncos, but it sounded like he was basically just getting a camp invite to the Broncos, whereas he's getting an actual contract here.
Yep.
So that's super exciting for him. And, you know, they've got a lot of speed out there. There's room for someone like Will Sheppard to come in and be like a possession receiver.
Yeah, red zone guy. They do have a decent tight end room as well, but I mean, Jordan Love's been he's impressed me the last few years. He's been balling at times.
Yeah.
So yeah, if Will cashes on, this is going to be a great spot for him.
Agreed.
A little bit of recruiting stuff. Xavier Payne over the weekend, he 100% shut down his recruitment and said it shut down on the day he committed to Colorado.
My guy.
This is another rising 3-star. We've talked about a few of them. Obviously, he's got the size. He was committed to Florida State at one point. Ends up decommitting after the Colorado visit. So that's one. I think it's one less player you have to worry about, really, this period.
I agree.
And then T.I. Umukais is set to commit on Saturday. The 4-star defensive lineman, top player in the state of Colorado, is down to Colorado, North Carolina, UCLA, Washington, and he has visited Oklahoma, but I don't think they made his top 5. I think he has a top 4.
Okay. What do you, is there any crystal balls or anything out there?
I don't think so. I think this one's been pretty, kept under lock and key when it comes to what T.I. is thinking here. Yeah, there's nothing.
Impressive.
Yeah. Same with Brett Collegier. Like,
rare.
I don't know. I don't think Breck has put out a top schools, but you can track his OVs. He's been on like 6 or 7 OVs. Colorado was one of them. I haven't heard a single thing from him this summer after that.
Would you think people will shut up about in-state recruiting if Colorado lands a top player in the state?
No.
Okay.
No. They need a few seasons, I think, to cool those nerves.
Okay.
What do you think?
At least for a while, yes.
I mean, yeah, for sure.
And the best part about it is you won't be able to say, and I shouldn't say I don't care either way because I really want TI to be a Buff. Mm-hmm. It's not going to change the way I feel about the recruiting. But you won't be able to say like Colorado doesn't recruit the state.
Yeah, that's true.
It's just that Colorado is selective about who they recruit in the state, which is exactly the way it should be. Mm-hmm. Everyone knows I'm the biggest Colorado homer when it comes to anything, whether that's our food, the mountain. Like, I will stand for anything Colorado. I'm also realistic about the quality of high school football player that comes out of this state. And it doesn't mean that there's not great ones. Yeah. You could list off a bunch right now of great.
Arden Walker played at Cherry Creek.
Totally. I mean, Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah, for sure.
You can go on down the list. But when you compare the hit percentage of highly rated Colorado players versus highly rated Florida, Texas, California, Georgia, whatever, you go through the list of the best states, there's a difference. Mm-hmm. And so you should recruit your backyard. It's right here. It's easy to go down and watch a game at any time on a Friday night. But you should make sure that you're holding the players in Colorado to the same standards you would in any other state.
For sure.
And I think that this recruiting staff has done that. Who was the guy who went to Oregon that they...
Blake Purchase.
Coach Brown lands in Colorado, puts the staff together. They're immediately trying to recruit Blake Purchase. Yeah. Like, they are recruiting the state. They're just not overvaluing the state, which I think a lot of people want them to do, and I don't think is the right move.
No, of course not, because they clearly have pipelines going in Florida, Georgia, with Domata Peko now in the fold. They've obviously been hitting California really hard this summer. Texas, I mean, they've got established pipelines in some really, blue blood recruiting states. Like, yeah, definitely do your homework here and see what you can get, but yeah, you shouldn't make it a priority. That's literally like what CSU does.
Exactly.
That's it for recruiting right now. We are still in a dead period that will end it's weird for Colorado because their first game's on a Friday, right? So it technically ends the day before, but I seriously doubt you're going to see recruits that weekend because Friday is when a lot of high schools play. But you never know. Okay, so Tony Petitti, the Big 12 commissioner, spoke at Big 10 Media Days, either way, he just spoke to Ross Dellinger at Yahoo about the CFP. So remember, we talked about this last week, how they would, they want the SEC to change their conference scheduling
to 9 games.
And that would allow them to budge on where they are with the playoff format. So right now, the Big Ten is championing the 4-4-2-2-1 format.
Okay.
4 at-larges for the SEC, 4 for the Big Ten, 2 for the ACC, 2 for the Big 12, 1 for G5.
Hate it.
But they did say, and Tony Petitti said, 5+11 is something we'll do if the SEC changes their conference games. He spoke about what's going on right now, though, and he said, I've heard my colleagues around other leagues say that a lot of work has to be done to the selection committee, and that's where I have a hard time on what that actually means. In talking to some of the folks in our room, our ADs that have been on the selection committee, I've yet to hear someone say they need more data or stuff to look at. You can come up and make metrics, but ultimately it's just people evaluating what's put in front of them. And then he also said, earlier on, we felt expansion would be a good thing, but we're not going to expand unless we really like the format and access makes sense. It has to make the regular season better. If it doesn't do that, why are we doing it? Which I'm all for. Mm-hmm. So yeah.
By the way, you add more teams that will not make the regular season better.
I agree.
And by the way, speaking of making the regular season better, how dare you talk about that while championing a 4 auto qualifier system?
Mm-hmm.
4.
Yeah.
Imagine that. 4th place team. But free pass.
Like a 6 seed
into
or
the
something.
CFP.
Yeah.
Disgusting.
I know.
That completely devalues the regular season. The only way that you should get an auto qualifier into the college football playoff is by winning your conference. Only way. Period. End of story. No other way.
And that's the best way to keep some emphasis on the regular season too.
Exactly. And it's the only way to make conference championship games matter.
Yes.
And the conferences are raking in money on those conference championship games. So they should be cognizant of that.
Mm-hmm.
Because imagine that. It's almost better to finish third in your conference so you don't have to play that extra day.
Yeah, crazy.
Or extra game. And you just have an extra week to prepare and rest and get ready for the college football playoff. Give me a break.
No, I hate it too. But I mean, it's still the same thing. They want the SEC to go to 9 games, and that's what they should do.
Yes.
Speaking of that too, because the SEC, whenever this gets brought up, they always go, "Oh, strength of schedule. We're the toughest conference. Like our games are just different. This is why we play 8 instead of 9." Rhett Lashley, the SMU coach today, I guess it's ACC Media Days or something. I don't know. Anyways, he was talking about the SEC, and he said the SEC has had the same 6 schools win the championship since 1964.
Holy.
Not a single one has been different since 1964.
Holy.
That's top heavy to me. That's not depth. And he's absolutely right. It's Auburn, Alabama, Georgia, LSU, Tennessee, and
Ole Miss?
Ole Miss was the last one in 1964.
Okay.
I can't remember who I'm missing here. Alabama, Georgia,
A&M?
LSU, Auburn,
Thinking like Johnny
Florida.
Manziel. Florida. That makes sense.
Those 6
2
teams
national championships.
for 60 years have run this conference. And it's funny when you see A&M and Mizzou and, like Mississippi State fans waving the SEC flag going, "We're the best."
Bro, you're not part of this.
Yes.
You're not even, okay.
But I'm surprised this hasn't been brought up sooner. Lashley's absolutely right. That's top heavy. That's not depth.
He absolutely cooked there. And that's what we've been saying. Like, okay, yes, you're going to have a couple. And by the way, they don't even play all of those teams every year.
Yes.
So you're going to play 3 to 5 of those 6 teams. Mm-hmm. And by the way, like Auburn's had some down years the last year. Florida's been down.
Yeah.
So like really there's 4 great teams in the SEC every year.
Mm-hmm.
And that doesn't mean that all 4 teams deserve to go to the college football playoff every damn time.
Yes. Especially when you're just, constantly going, we play such a harder schedule and it's the same teams winning every year. Like, give me a break, man.
Give me a break, indeed. And I've said this before, but I'll say it again. You put 4 auto qualifiers in a conference, wait until you see the team that will get in.
Mm-hmm.
We're talking like someone mentioned 8-4 Iowa. I'm talking like a 6-6 Iowa will get in on some weird shit one year because the conference just got super middle heavy.
Right.
It's a disaster waiting to happen to give 4 qualifiers to a conference.
Yep. I mean, last year they had, what is this, a 6-way tie for 4th place? Mizzou got in there. Like,
what was their record? 8-4.
They ended up going
in
overall.
conference. The teams that were tied.
Oh, like the conference record?
You said didn't you say there was a 6-way tie for 4th
Yeah, they
place?
all. So Mizzou, Ole Miss, A&M, South Carolina, LSU, and Bama all went 5-3 in the SEC last year.
You should never go to the college football playoff automatically.
Yeah.
For going 5-3 in conference.
Yep.
You were 1 bounce of the ball away from being 500 in conference.
Yeah. Yeah. It's crazy. Last thing I wanted to talk about today, Memphis. We spoke about their 12-minute bid or whatever, 8 minutes yesterday. And I saw a tweet, and I'm sorry I didn't save it. I wish I could give credit to who it was, but it was a great point because we brought it up yesterday how Commissioner Yormark said the Big 12 is open for business, right?
Yep.
Like that was a big thing, last offseason. And obviously Memphis came in with an impressive package, frankly. Like they were saying, just let us join in for free. Like we'll pay you, basically. Mm-hmm. A ton of money, fill coffers for every other school, bring in sponsorships, and the Big 12 still said no. And so anyways, this tweet I saw, someone said, open for business, you denied Memphis. Like Yormark has to think the ACC is on the verge of collapse.
Yeah, I mean, there's a big disconnect between open for business and turning down $250 million.
Yeah.
But I'm curious I don't know. I mean, he's clearly got a plan. And I also just think that there might be like a brand value thing here where it's like, we're not letting you buy your way into our conference.
That's true. Yeah.
Like it just, like the Met Gala.
Mm-hmm.
You can't just like buy your way into the party.
Right.
You have to be invited. And I think that could be part of this. If we're going to say like, it's not that he thinks the ACC is going to fall apart. It's like, you can't just come here with a big check and get yourself in here. Like, we have standards. We have certain things that we're looking for. You don't have them.
Mm-hmm.
Who knows what it is, what the delineation is. But if it's not that, then it is like, we're looking 500 yards ahead of us right now.
Yep.
And we're solely focused on what's going to happen when that kind of breaks apart.
So I think last summer we did talk quite a bit about ACC like potentially collapsing. Remember they had the FSU and I think Clemson suing the conference.
Mm-hmm.
Those lawsuits eventually got dropped. So I don't think they're still ongoing, but I mean, it's clear that ACC has some problems.
Definitely. And I also just think that Florida State is just destined to be in the Big 12.
Be electric. We need it. All right, to the Twitter chat we go. Let's run through these. What's up, Ivan? What other buff besides QBs do we think can sneak into the Heisman race? O. Miller? I'd love to say yes, but maybe Biletnikoff, but
Yeah. To me, it's a quarterback trophy with the occasional running back that jumps in.
Mm-hmm.
And Travis Hunter once in a lifetime.
Yeah.
I don't know who's the last just true wide receiver to win the Heisman.
Devontae Smith?
Okay.
That was semi-recent.
Yeah, it was semi-recent, and that was an insane season.
He almost had like 2,000 yards and like 20 touchdowns for Alabama.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Yeah. So I don't think there is.
Yeah.
And that's not because I don't think Omar and Miller is incredibly talented. It's also because the ball's going to get spread around. And we talked yesterday about basically how the wide receiver room goes at least 8 deep.
Mm-hmm.
And Alabama was obviously very talented at that position as well that year, but they just were slinging the rock.
Yep.
It was Mac Jones, right?
Yeah, it was him throwing to Smith, Ruggs, and Judy, I think.
Yep.
DJ Dip Chest says, do you guys have any guesses when packages for games might drop?
I don't know what that means. Like combo pack, like a 3-game pack or something.
I wonder if they're talking about travel. I did hear about tailgate today. Stuff is coming together though, but we have nothing official yet.
Okay. Yeah, maybe clarify what you meant there a little bit. But I do know that it's season tickets are sold out, so I don't think they would be doing any like 3-game packages or something like that.
Yeah, if you're talking about us, we'll definitely let you know on the show, though. And then Cody, what's up, man? Can't wait to see you boys in Denver for Broncos versus Raiders. Going to be there from the 5th to the 10th. Going to be there for each pod and to get drinks with you boys. We're going to have a great time. Hell yeah, man. Stoked to meet up with you.
Cannot wait, Cody.
And then the only super chat today, Mr. Day Trippin says, how many yards does K-Salt need rush for during his Heisman campaign?
I think it would have to be about 1,000 rushing yards and 3,000 passing yards.
That season he had 2 years ago.
Yep. And he's absolutely capable of that.
Mm-hmm.
He'll have the most talented team around him he's ever had by a long shot. And it gets talked about the other way a lot. Oh, going up a level.
Right.
And there are challenges, and we talked with Kaidon about those challenges on this show. But I think people ignore the other part of it, which is like you have receivers with twice as much catch radius, and they're way faster, and you're going to pick up a couple touchdowns on just little tunnel screens to Q for 6. Like there's a big gap in that too, which makes your life easier as a quarterback.
Yeah, I mean definitely with these wide receivers. I mean it's night and day compared to the receivers he was playing with at Liberty last year. So
DJ Dip Chest came back and said, hey, hotels, tailgate. I didn't know if you guys were going to do anything DNVR. I think we're going to do a road trip.
Okay.
But we wouldn't do hotels for a home game.
Right.
We will have a tailgate.
Yes. But always willing to answer your questions if you want to shoot a DM or something. All right. That's it for today. Nice work.
Great show.
We'll be back tomorrow. Scotty will be back tomorrow. We'll see you guys then. Let's go Buffs.
Go Buffs.
We all silly like the mayor.